How's it going, everyone? Are we live? Yep, we should be. How are you doing? Quite a quiet week this week. Not much to talk about, obviously. I don't even know how I'm going to get anything out of this stream, to be honest. We got nothing to talk about apart from a trailer, release date, and all that stuff. How you doing, guys? We're back. I mean, when you look at this game now, look, I say it every week pretty much, but I always think this game will, as in the Complete Saga, will always be seen as the better LEGO game by a lot of OG fans. But when you look at this now and you look at the new game, there is a big difference. Welcome to you all. How are you doing? I am going to switch chairs quickly, which I usually do, because the chair I usually use squeaks a lot, so yeah, we should be good now. I usually remember to do that before I start. But how you doing? Tyler, Agent Dan, Mitchell, Sonic, Zach, Captain Ballast, Yona, TJ, Dan, Grant. How you doing, guys? Good to see you all. Remember to like and subscribe if you're new. Vote in the poll as well. This week's poll is: which edition of the LEGO Star Wars: Skywalker Saga have you pre-ordered? I did want to put an option there for not pre-ordered yet, but it limited me to 4 options. So if you're not pre-ordered, just don't vote in it, I suppose. How you doing? Hello there. Welcome. Belcar, welcome. Agent, welcome. Zach, how you doing, everyone? Good to see you. Right, where did we leave off? We were at Count Dooku, I believe. Are you doing Hamilton? Mitchell, Yeet, how you doing, guys? Good to see you all. Right, I believe we're here, aren't we? We are. Chapter 6, Count Dooku. We obviously got a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, I suppose questions will be never ending at this point. I got my fair share myself that I don't have answers to. But honestly, when I look at this game now, it just looks so mediocre, doesn't it? Even if that. Can we reach that before we get any studs? Yep, we can, so we don't lose anything. The little tip there. Get the mini kit before you get any studs. Pretty much your #1 game of the year, says Gladiator. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's... Look, I don't think it's going to fail in any capacity. I actually just uploaded a short. I've linked it at the top if you want to go and see it. I had my, my little gripes, which I was talking about with clones on the last stream. A few people taking it a bit too seriously, so if you watch it, please don't take it too seriously. But yeah, the fact is, when the biggest issues we can point out, or I can point out at least, are like, there's no clone pilots in the game. It does hurt me, admittedly, but it's a good thing about the game when that is the smallest thing I can come up with. Someone was telling me like there's an inaccurate flame trooper. I've heard things about the Falcon's dish, but I've not noticed any of them, so I can't speak on those as of yet. I may look into them, but yeah. How you doing, Hamilton? I think I said your name, but how you doing online, Joey? How are you? How much do you think the blue milk minifigure, did I say blue Luke then? Blue milk Luke minifigure will cost? I don't, look, I think it may be very easy for people to get tricked into paying too much for it now, or thinking when they've got their edition that the blue milk minifigure may cost a lot more than it actually will. I think because of the fact that, if you be very specific and break it down, the only difference from that and Farm Boy Luke is the face and the blue piece with the bantha on it. It's just Farm Boy Luke. So if you're overpaying for it now, I wouldn't. Maybe there's a chance you could buy it now because of how rare it probably is, and then sell it for more before the game comes out. I doubt it, but you may be able to do that. But even when you get the the physical edition, don't be thinking like, I'm gonna make millions on this. Or let's be more realistic here. Maybe a good £50 or something. It's not going to happen because it's really just a Farm Boy Luke minifigure, isn't it? Sonic, can I read your comment? I'm going to try and do everyone's, but that may be hard. I was a bit disappointed with the trailer at first because the graphics were darker. There's certain... I mean, if you go to, for example, the chase at the start of episode 2, right, with Zam, I saw people saying that looked too light, like it should be darker at that point of day. So maybe there is lighting issues, but overall, in general, with this game, I think it looks so much better than when we saw it in August. For example, in August, I went as far to say after that trailer, and a lot of people were calling me out and saying I was negative and all that in the comments, but I didn't like the trailer we got in August. I did like some scenes of it, and I'm not saying it was a poor trailer, but in terms of everything we've had, it didn't feel polished. I mean, everybody was finding like AI not working, and just in general, pieces of the game just weren't functioning properly. So I didn't like the trailer in August, and then you compare this one to it now, and it seems like, honestly, I wouldn't have expected them to have done that much good in such a short period of time. I think the new trailer looks astonishing in that way. Hello Hog, hello James. Do you think we'll get Clone Wars levels in the game? Not levels, characters possibly, but not levels. Look, Dylan, there'll always be complaints with any game, my friend, but when the negatives I feel with this, what I see people pointing out, what I've pointed out myself, they're so minor, and that in itself is a good thing. Because if the negatives were really noticeable, that people would be coming out with these big problems, and they were back in August. The August trailer really had a lot of issues with it, but when you look at the trailer now that we got, it's phenomenal. And in terms of actual gameplay and mechanics, now there could be still issues behind the scenes that they're trying to fix in time, but I didn't see any in that trailer in terms of gameplay and mechanics. I covered that in yesterday's video, Dan. Dan. Why am I saying everything wrong today, Dan? I covered the Millennium Falcon picture in yesterday's video, and correct me if I'm wrong because I've not looked into this yet, but people are saying there's an issue with like not in that specific picture, it was in the trailer. People saying like there's an issue with the Falcon's dish, or am I hearing things wrong? Very possible I could be hearing things wrong. But yeah. Will there be any post-launch content? I mean, if you count the fact that we pretty much know now all the character packs won't be there on launch, because you only get the new Trooper character pack if you pre-order the digital edition at launch. You have to wait another month for it, if otherwise. So I don't think you're going to be getting like the Bad Batch pack, the Solo Rogue One pack on day one. I think they're going to hold them back. So if you want to count that as a live service, I suppose you can. I don't know if that's what you would count as. I mean, I suppose it technically is, but so there is a dish there. It's just very low. Okay. Today I put the trailer over a JPEG of the Switch Lite just to see what it might look like. Well, in terms of all this talk actually about will the edition be different for the Switch and will the gameplay look different, the fact now, again, I could be reading into this wrong, but the Switch YouTube channel uploaded, the Nintendo YouTube channel, sorry, uploaded the exact same trailer that WB uploaded, that LEGO uploaded, that's meant for obviously the consoles. So it's looking like the Switch isn't going to have any differences, but again, we don't know that for certain, and I could very much be wrong. This is, if you've not got invincibility, this is such an annoying part to try and collect studs on. It really is. Can you pre-order the digital copy for Nintendo Switch? That's a good question, actually. And I admit I don't know the answer to that one. Can someone let me know? I mean, I would guess, but then again, I'm not sure, I think. Have I pre-ordered the Steelbook from Game? Right, so what I've done is I've pre-ordered the digital edition for Xbox. I'm debating whether I want to get a physical edition as well, because it's the Steelbook that I would be pre-ordering for. I don't care about the Luke minifigure. It's Farm Boy Luke. It's like the Finn minifigure we got with The Force Awakens. Very lackluster, and I'm not asking for something really, really rare at the same time. I get it's just a little bonus for pre-ordering the game, but I don't know, maybe something that's not Farm Boy Luke, because there's a lot of Farm Boy Luke when it comes to LEGO. There's a lot of sets, there's a lot of, in general, Farm Boy Luke, so I would rather have not had Farm Boy Luke, but once again, like, there's bigger things to worry about than that, isn't there? So close to True Jedi, but I just don't think, because we're not going to be able to force this if Dooku's coming up behind me. Sky Clouds, what do you want the answer to? I'm sorry, I'm missing so many questions. Hello Cooper, good to see you. I'm doing good, Proto, how are you? Hope we find out about the customizer. I think if it's in there, which I'm sure it will be, we'll know before launch. I don't think they would just keep that until the day for us to find. Luke's land speeder, exactly, Dima. They love Luke's land speeder, so again, like, the Luke minifigure just doesn't excite me at all. The Finn one was poor that we got with the Force Awakens game, but it was better. Switch to Obi-Wan. Yeah, I pre-ordered on my Xbox too, and it was done in seconds, so I'm probably going to get a physical edition. I did say, I've been saying for ages that I want to do a giveaway. The only thing halting me is that I need to look into it, obviously, but I think YouTube's actual rules on giveaways are a bit different these days, so I gotta watch what I do. I don't want to break the guidelines or anything like that. Just trust me, if you break the guidelines and YouTube do catch you, you can be unfairly punished. And I say unfairly because a lot of the time people can break the guidelines, and if you're like a huge YouTuber, you can break the guidelines and nothing's done. But if you're a smaller channel and you break the guidelines and they find out, they can really screw you over. So I do want to try and do... My plan was to give away 2 copies. I just can't guarantee anything because I don't want to break any guidelines. Yes, I saw that Yoda vs Sidious will be a mission. Can't wait for that. If you're new, guys, remember to like and subscribe. Check out today's short. Don't take it too seriously because I know a lot of people are. Is there going to be a UCS land speeder? Is that a joke? Because I will not buy that, but I would not be surprised if they did that. I was wondering what the price was of the digital deluxe edition was because I moved country, and I was wondering if anyone could tell me. Well, what country are you in? And then we can... That can help, obviously. Because the price will probably differ from the... It'll be the equivalent, but it'll differ from the country you were formerly in. Hello, Justin. Do you think Aegon Kolar will be in there? Yeah, Aegon Kolar, Sassy Tin, and Kit Fisto. Well, we know Kit Fisto's in there. They'll be in that. I know the Windu versus Palpatine level is not yet confirmed, but the fact that in the new trailer they've got like Palpatine's private headquarters in the Senate building in there and everything, of course it's going to be a mission, I think. What am I most excited about? Just, you know what I always say it, like replaying the old stuff now it's new, and I know everything's built from the ground up, and that's my point. When I saw one of my favourite shots actually in the new trailer is the negotiation shot. I know it's not called that and it's part of the hub world now, it's not an actual level, but just seeing the original negotiations redone, I suppose, and looking so HD and just so nice and built out of Lego itself, it looks amazing. So just playing the old in the new. The Senate scene's going to be in there, it's too big to leave out. Dooku's ship is called the Solar Sailor, and I think it's wonderful. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourites. My favourite ship in Star Wars, it always changes. I love Padme's Royal Starfighter. I love the Slave one. Jango's I prefer, because I think it gets less screen time, so when you see it, or less attention in general, so when you see it, you appreciate it more. How you doing, Rugged? Good to see you. Which level am I most excited to play out of all of them? It's Palpatine versus Yoda, but if I can't say the one I want to say because it might not be a thing, and that's Palpatine versus Windu. If that is a level, then that's my most hyped by a country mile. And I think it will be a level, but in case it's not, my most hyped level is Palpatine versus Yoda. Will they include Order 66 in some regard, or in some aspect, sorry, yeah. I don't even want to say the word, but I'm going to have to before someone says it for me. I don't think we're going to be able to kill younglings by any means, because that always gets mentioned, but I think Order 66 will be in there. Dooku versus Yoda, that one was in the trailer, wasn't it? It's not that I'm not excited for it, because it's a fight scene I love. It's just the ones that we've never seen before, like how they're going to incorporate Palpatine versus Rey and Kylo on Exegol, because I'm just a big Exegol fan in general. Dear me, that's 3 times I've died now. Do you think we'll get to slay the youngling? See, somebody commented it, and you put me off, and I died. I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't think we'll get to slay the younglings now. What episode am I going to do? I'm starting from episode 1. I know the prequels are my favourite, so in a way I'm getting my favourite done first, but it just has to be done. Is that one of those member questions? Yeah, if you are a member, actually, while things are busy, if you want a question answered and you're a member, you can use your exclusive message you get. If you want to become a member, feel free. Dan, who is your most hyped character? Mine is Homer Simpson. Yeah. Who else have we had? Mario. With a lot of people asking, I get people asking, will we get Mario in the game? Will we get Homer Simpson? Who's next? Indiana Jones makes a bit more sense, but again, not going to happen. Lego currently don't have the rights to Indiana Jones, so ain't happening, but we can hope and dream for Mario, right? 4 times in 30 seconds, was it, Rian? Well, the last one wasn't my fault, because I was asked about the younglings. And you know by now, I've answered that many questions about the younglings that it drives me insane, but there's always the bloody younglings. We better get this. Good. This is honestly, I can't wait for this mission in the next game, if it's in there, which I don't think I've seen any of it in the trailer actually, but it's probably in there. Just because this is terrible. You're just on rails for the whole thing. I get it's kind of an easy mission, and it's not like I'm sat here raging at the mission because it's too hard, but at the same time, this is one of the worst levels in this game. Because it's all done for you. I know I died 4 times in 30 seconds, you're all going to remind me now, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it's boring. I love the next mission. The next mission is one of my favourites, and there's the red brick. Can't wait for them all to tell me, oh, it's too easy apparently. You missed the red brick. Oh, you died, but you claim it's too easy. It's boring, of all things, this mission. And I see a mini kit there. If we don't get the red brick... Died again. If we don't get the red brick, I at least want 10 out of 10 mini kits. I'm not letting that one kill me again. We're on track for the 10 out of 10. How will online local multiplayer work? Well, a lot of different platforms are reporting different. So I saw Steam is saying there's no multiplayer at all. Xbox says it's like local 2-player. I mean, I said for months and months that if we do get any sort of multiplayer, it'll be 2 and no more, even though I think 4 would be perfect. You know, you got to question what generation are TT Games living in terms of they don't think multiplayer is important, but I know not to sound like I don't know, because I read the article about what was going on at TT Games, and I don't blame the developers themselves after the stuff I was reading. I'm questioning TT Games as the higher-ups. Why do they think that multiplayer is not important? I don't know. Why is there 200 people here tonight? I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, like, I didn't expect it. I thought that was like the last stream done now and it'd be back to usual, but maybe not. If you're new guys as well, make sure you subscribe to my clips channel in the description, because I'm going to be... got some funny ones lined up on there. I just need a bit of time, but I should be able to get around to it this week. Right, we built a droid gunship. You can explore planets with the map, and I like the mumble mode. Mumble mode is fantastic. I loved that at the end. And the holo map, again, I think is perfect. I'm glad we've got that in there. It's very helpful, and it just looks so cool as well. And the fact that Exegol's on there makes it even better. It's finally happening, Phil's buddy. I know it's mad. We've actually, like, we've gone In the not even in the space of a week, but in the space of a few days, we've gone from having nothing and just living off very small bits of news with this game to having everything all of a sudden now. Like, I was saying it every week. All I wanted was a release date, and with that I didn't want another trailer. I'm not saying I didn't want one, I'm saying I wouldn't have cared if we didn't get another trailer, but all I wanted was a release date, and I expected a trailer to come with it. I didn't expect a 6-minute game breakdown, which is great, so well done to TT again. Am I going to do Let's Play? All the Let's Play stuff will be live. I don't really care for videos in terms of Let's Plays. It's like I don't do trailer breakdowns either. I save those for the videos, for the streams, because I think they're far more fun when we do them live. Hiram Taylor, do you think we will get DLC for more planets and levels? No, I think only characters. I hope I'm proven wrong, but I don't think we're going to get any DLC levels or planets. I suppose they're technically the same thing, because if you get a planet, they'll most likely be a level. But I hope I'm wrong. They surprised us with the Trooper character pack. I didn't think they'd be able to add another character pack to an already confirmed and existing season pass, pretty much. But they have. So, fantastic. What do you think retro mode will be like? Well, if you look in the trailer, it says to combine it, or they advise you to combine retro mode with mumble mode for the all OG experience. They don't actually say OG. I'm inputting that word in because I can't remember what word they use, but I think it will maybe add back like the old hearts, or maybe it'll just make the quality. I don't think, the thing is, at first I thought maybe it's just going to make the quality of the game look a bit dated, like how it does here, but I don't think that'll be it. I think they'll add in like the old hearts at the top, maybe the old icons. The fact that they've gone all out with the mumble mode, I really think there's more to it, but they're not going to show us everything in the trailer, and I'm glad they're not, because I don't want everything removed. And we've seen most characters. This is the thing. Do you want? In fact, I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to let you guess before I tell you. We pretty much know now, even though I get it, you expect all the big characters to be in the game. We've pretty much seen all of them now. There might be more, but there is one specifically, one villain I'm thinking of that I know will 100% be in the game, but we have not seen yet in the trailers. Let me know if you know who it is, because we have seen every character pretty much at this point. But there's one villain who we have not seen. Do you know who it is? And I will tell you if anyone can get it right. There might be others, like I said, but I'm talking like ones you would have expected by now. Hello Cogs, good to see you. Do you think there's going to be a level where Mace Windu versus Palpatine? I hope, because you see Palpatine's office in the trailer. I hope, if there is, that's going to be my most hyped mission, or level. Someone's got it right already, and it was the first, in fact, pretty much everyone's, well, a few aren't getting it, but a few people have guessed it, and the first comment from Tyler was correct, Snoke. We have actually seen in the trailer from August, and I believe the one in August, the year before in 2020 as well, we've seen Snoke's chair, which appears to have collapsed on top of him somehow, which I think is funny, by the way. I'm not complaining about that, but we've not seen the man himself yet. But honestly, like, if you can tell me, I mean, people are saying Hux as well. We've not seen Hux, and again, I wouldn't say he's too main of a character, but it's a surprise. But if there's any other big characters, and I'm talking big, people are saying Watto. I wouldn't say Watto's big. Plagueis isn't going to be in there. Savage probably won't at this rate. But if there's any other big characters who you've not seen yet, let me know. I pretty much know every character we've seen off the top of my head, so I'll tell you if it's right or wrong. And trust me, there's a lot of characters. But a few other people got Snoke as well, you know. You weren't the only one, but fair play, you know. Will vehicles have upgrades or customization? I believe you can upgrade them, but I don't know that for certain, but I don't think they'll have customization, honestly. I highly doubt it. Hoping to be proven wrong, though. We've seen Newt Gunray was in the latest trailer. He's got his back turned, but he's on feed with Padme kept as prisoner in front of him. Ahsoka we've not seen, but Ahsoka isn't confirmed. She'll probably be in the Mando character pack, though. We've not seen Rise of Skywalker Palpatine, no, which is a good one, but in general we have seen Palpatine, so it's not as big as maybe not seeing a character. Which, by the way, I like that we're not seeing every character, because it leaves some surprises, doesn't it? I know what the Snoke Lego model looks like from a few years ago, but they may have made changes to it. Endor Rex, again, we don't know. Endor Rex might be in there, but we don't know. And again, I'm saying big characters in terms of they play at significance in the plot. And make your jokes about Snoke. Trust me, I don't like what they did with Snoke either. Or I'm not keen, but he is a big character for the movie he's in. He does play a part, so that's what I'm saying here. Do you think Jabba's palace could be an explorable area? Yeah. I'm trying to think, because in the demo video I made, the person who saw the demo actually was able to go really up close to Jabba's palace. He didn't go in, but he was able to go really up close to it, so I'd expect. Plus, it's just one of those icons. I mean, there's going to be a level in there. Come on, of course there is. So I'd expect it to be explorable in free roam. If you're new, guys, make sure you like and subscribe as well. I would very much appreciate it. This is going to be a long 72 days. It is, but at least now, even if we get nothing else, now I think we'll continue to get little things in between now and, you know, the 72 days being up, but at least we have the date now. If you notice, after every trailer we've got, hype has died because we've had no release date and it's just been delayed. The hype isn't dying this time, and I think it will lower a bit until the game gets closer eventually, but it's not going to completely die this time because they've not left us in the dark, which is brilliant. I thought it was behind cover there. Oh my god, these droidicas. They better not be this OP in the next game. They probably will be, and I'm not really complaining. Or there'd be different lightsaber hilt variations. Not that I can see, which I'm happy about, because in The Force Awakens they tried making Anakin's lightsaber out of Lego, and I just don't feel it works. I'm all for Lego becoming more detailed, like different prints now. Leg printing is like such a common thing now. I think, in fact, it's a thing on every character pretty much. But different lightsaber handles I'm not a fan of in Lego. I like the simplicity of these hilts here. I don't mind the slight advancements with like Kylo Ren's, obviously. Darth Maul, I believe there is, like, in this game he has like a special piece that's got double sides on it and is longer, but that's never a thing with the actual sets. But I don't mind advancements like that where it has to happen, like Ventress and Dooku having like an angled saber, but I don't think they need to make the sabers try and look like the exact ones in the movies. I think it just adds to the simplicity of Lego games. But let me know what you think. I wonder how Rey versus Palpatine will work out. I think a lot of it will be like Palpatine shooting lightning at you from his life support machine, even though he doesn't do it at that time, or he'll start throwing things at you, things like that. And then obviously he'll send your guards, or he'll send his guards to fight you. I just don't think, especially judging off what we've seen of the episode 6 fight, for example, that Palpatine is going to use his saber other than in episode 3. I hope he does, but they seem to move away from that, because they seem to value accuracy in that regard, but not accuracy in other areas, so it's interesting. Obi-Wan just walked through the stairs, jeez. I don't think Cypher DS will be in the game. Will there be any level packs? Not that we know of. I don't plan on pre-ordering LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. I hope it launches day one in Game Pass. I don't think it'll launch day one in Game Pass, sadly. It would be cool, but it would make no sense business-wise for the game. So don't get your hopes up for that. If you're waiting, if you're not pre-ordering because of that, I would just say get your pre-order done. Obviously, if anyone can't pre-order, then that's it. And I did want to put that option on the poll, but it limited me to 4 options. So if you can't pre-order, just don't vote. Or you haven't pre-ordered, just don't vote on the poll. Apparently, I'm not allowed 5 options on there. Oh, 1 heart. Oh, God. Stupid droid. Did my heart just go through there? Is it buffering, Jake? I hope not. Look, I mean, I've had to lower the stream quality, so I hope it's not. Palpatine was never a fan of lightsabers, but he did have one at the end of the day. Whether he had 2 actually, whether he was a fan or not, and this is a game. It's not, once again, it's not the end of the world if he doesn't, but I'm just saying I like it. I'm allowed to have a preference. Do you think that the OG Obi-Wan digital exclusive can come later as free DLC? It might, but this, look, they're different games, but this goes back to Battlefront with The Last Jedi skins being pre-order bonuses, and they never came for your average players. And I know people were angry, but they got to keep to their word in a way, because you're pre-ordering knowing you're getting this exclusive content. It's there in writing. This is how you get it. It doesn't say it's the only way, but it makes very, very clear it's the only way. So that's how it should stay, in my opinion. Even though I would like, I think they've been fair with it. I think they've been fair that they're not locking it behind. The fact is, you'll be able to buy all these character packs separately. I know we don't know that for certain, but you will. They're not locking this this Obi-Wan minifigure behind the deluxe edition. You can get it for digital pre-orders on the standard edition as well, which I think is fair. And it's a, again, I know it's annoying that if you want the Luke minifigure and the Obi-Wan, the classic character for the game, you got to buy the game twice essentially. But what that is for, and I explained this in my video, and it is a hard one to get around for TT Games, but if you're buying the digital edition, you're getting more. If you're buying the standard edition, you're getting more out of the game, because not only are you getting an actual physical case with the game, which is already more than buying a digital edition, but you're getting the exclusive minifigure. So the Obi-Wan classic character with the digital edition is to even things out. And I think it's fair in that regard. It is annoying that you'd have to buy 2 editions, and I don't like the idea of that, but it makes sense. Why is it £10 cheaper on Steam? I had no idea it was, but if it is, I don't know. If it is the case, take advantage of it, but I can't confirm that. But do you think there's going to be a level that Anakin and the 5 will first invade the Jedi Temple and kill the Jedi? I think maybe it'd be maybe a bonus level, like you'd be able to get a Shakti fight out of it, obviously, wouldn't you? Anakin versus Shakti, that'd be pretty fun. But I think there's a possibility of that. You know, that's much more likely than fighting younglings, I'll put it that way. What do you think they'll call Slave 1? They'll call it Boba Fett's Starship, unfortunately. I hope they don't, but... And again, it's not a huge issue that we should all be moaning about, but it's annoying. But yeah, that it's not going to be called... If it's called Slave 1, then fair enough. If it's not going to change the game in any way, but I understand it's frustrating and it's silly, but it is what it is, I suppose. Can we stand on that? Right, but... Wait, why wouldn't it let me jump on that? Will I play the game on PC? I'll be playing on Xbox and only Xbox, to be honest. I'll be getting multiple 100% saves on Xbox, definitely, but I don't own a Switch. I won't be playing PC, and I don't even... I mean, PlayStation, like, I just don't use it. I'm going to get rid of it. There we go, Dooku's dead. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Do it, Anakin. Do it. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. We just got 100 likes, I think, just as I said that, yeah. Now we unlock Palpatine, very useful character in this game, in this form at least. The man can't even jump properly or do like a Jedi jump or anything. Because he's in disguise. All these spoilers for the movie I'm giving you. Right, back out the other way. Do you think the toilet dancer that Jabba gave to his Rancor... Do you think the toilet dancer that Jabba gave to his Rancor to eat... I'm guessing you mean will she be in the game? Oola, yeah, I think so. She probably wasn't only in the first game because they were limited on characters and stuff, but I have no doubt Oola will probably be in this game. Walkrow, if you're referring to Slave Leia, or she'll be called Jabba the Hutt's Palace Leia or something, like what she was called in The Force Awakens, but she'll be in there, they can't get around it, that's the thing. Disney probably really want to be able to get around Slave Leia, but oh, I didn't do the other door, but they can't. It's too difficult for them in the game like this. It's too difficult for them in general, because she's so prominent and so important to that scene as well. So Slave Leia will be in there, just don't expect her to be called Slave Leia. Don't expect to see the word slave in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, just saying. Have you ever played LEGO Clone Wars? LEGO Clone Wars, my friend, let me say this, and I get called sad and other things for saying this, but LEGO Clone Wars is not only my favourite LEGO game, it's my favourite game ever. Because of the memories I have and the base building battles. The Complete Saga is a shout, honestly, and I love the Complete Saga. But LEGO Clone Wars is the best game I've ever played. That is not me saying it's got the best mechanics in the world, but that is me saying I had so much fun on that game. The Clone Wars is my favourite Star Wars media, which contributes to it, obviously. So to be able to play a game like that, have the base building battles, have like Ahsoka Rex, and the base building battles are a big part for me. They're so fun. Like when you've got all the coin multipliers and you're building barracks everywhere and ATTs. It is my... Like, even if this game has base... People are going to take this as I'm hating, I'm not, but I don't think in my head the Skywalker Saga... It will be the better game, but it won't create those same memories. I don't know, maybe it will. Maybe it will. I love this game. This is the thing. The Complete Saga is amazing. But I'm one of those, I suppose, rare fans that picks the Clone Wars game over it. It definitely lacked more content, and it makes me so sad that there was only 2 levels from Season 2 in the Clone Wars. They say on the front cover of the game, content from Seasons 1 and 2. It's content from Season 1 and 2 Season 2 episodes, which is the Zillo Beast and the stuff with Aegon Kolar. You get Savage as an unlockable code, which is obviously Season 3 content, but I get asked sometimes, will we ever see a LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars 2, and no, we won't, but that is the dream, but that's not going to happen. It's like, will we ever see another LEGO Star Wars game after the Skywalker Saga? Of course we will, it'll just be a long time away, as in like could be like 10 years, but we will see another game again, but we will not see another LEGO Clone Wars 2, unfortunately. We may get like Clone Wars levels one day in a LEGO game, or maybe we'll get the odd one in the Skywalker Saga, but I doubt it. Platinum agrees with me. LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars is the best game you've ever played. And each to their own, but I completely agree. You should probably go to sleep, Epica. 7:21. What time are you planning on getting up? I mean, because I've been working on videos lately, I actually have not... I've been sleeping a bit later, but because I have a schedule and I'm not ruining it, I just make sure my alarm is set and I get up on time. So I'm losing hours, basically, but it's fine because it's only for a few days and I'll get all of it. I'll be fine, don't worry. No one's worrying about me anyway, probably, but don't. But 7:21, not a good time. Latest I've probably gone lately is like 2, and I think most nights it's been like 1:30 because of the videos. usually it wouldn't be. What can you do? Let's get another mini kit and let's do more questions because I feel like I'm going off on tangents too much here. Imagine there'll be a huge new Lego game which contains Star Wars All 9 movies, Star Wars The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, Bad Batch, Old Republic, Mandalorian. I mean, this is technically that game with the exception of the Old Republic. Clone Wars, even if there's no characters specifically who are only in the show, there's going to be Clone Wars content. Rebels, we just don't know. I know Kanan's speeder bike is in the trailer from August, but that hardly makes him a playable character. I hope he is. I hope there's Rebels stuff, but it doesn't mean that. How do I like Lego The Force Awakens? Second time round, I enjoyed it a lot more. Mechanics wise, the best, like obviously before the game that's about to come out. The Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens is the best Lego Star Wars game mechanically. It's fantastic. I don't like the voices, but that's the direction Lego games are going in, and at least they've given the option for both in the next game, which I think is fair. I would absolutely keep the voices, by the way. I just don't prefer them. But for all intents and purposes, keep the voices. There's a glitch you can do here, isn't there, to get rid of both the Magna Guards instantly, but I completely forgotten what it is. Thrawn? I don't know if Thrawn will make it again. A Rebels character pack would be helpful in order to get Thrawn, but is that going to happen? Oh no. I'm going to miss those. I've lost my blues. I wish I hope this is a thing in the next game, but I wish the second player when it's AI could actually kill enemies, but they can't. They just attack them, but it doesn't do anything. Or at least do damage, so I don't have to hit them as much. But oh yeah, there's the power up. Could have done with that 2 seconds ago. Will there be a large difference between current gen and next gen? The comments on it, I didn't even include the comments on it in my news update because they're very vague and they tell us absolutely nothing. I would expect there to be a difference, but I've always said to bear in mind with this game that this game was scheduled for release when next gen wasn't even out and wouldn't have been out for potentially a while, or it would have come out alongside next gen. But most of its development time would have been spent preparing it for last gen, so maybe don't expect anything too insane, but I do think there'll be a difference. It's like Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens was not designed for next gen, nowhere near, because it was 2016, but there is a slight difference in performance when I play The Force Awakens game in terms of just getting through the characters a lot quicker, loading times are a bit quicker. I don't know how that works honestly because it's not an enhanced game, but it is a lot quicker. Remember to keep liking and subscribing, guys. Let's try and get to 150 likes tonight. I hope there's not a big difference between the quality from old and new. I don't think it'll be huge, but there will be some sort of difference. There has to be. It's only fair, isn't it? But I know what's not fair, and that is the fact that you can't even get next-gen consoles. I had to overpay for mine. You know, thankfully, because of how long it took me to get one, I've saved up so much that I could just do it, but I had to overpay. That's how rare they are. I don't know about other countries, but UK, it's a disaster. You may be living somewhere where they're full up on the shelves, but UK, it's a disaster. I had to overpay by, I'm not going to tell you how much because it's a tragedy. How you doing, Obama? John says, I think it might be a tiny bit worse, yet mostly the same. That's the best, even though it's very vague, probably as vague as TT games are being. That's probably the best way I would put it in terms of the difference. Time to go and fight the General. General Grievous. The man himself. Hearts as an extra in LEGO Star Wars. Well, there's the retro mode, and it says on the retro mode in the trailer they recommend to combine with mumble mode, and we don't know what retro mode is exactly, but I think it will have like the hearts and stuff and like the old icons and all that stuff. I think it will, but that is nothing more than a prediction. to be clear. Hello Hayden, good to see you. You missed the UI sounds from the older Lego games. The UI sounds, I know the picking up studs sound is still the same. I miss a lot of the UI differences and just how those older Lego games looked, but you know, they do have to move along with the time. I think even though people aren't happy with it, and I know a lot of people don't care in general, but I don't care personally, because I think, even though I love this layout, I think if they said after all this time that they've been working on it, we're just getting the same UI, I think that's a bit lazy. Like, the fact that they've moved away from what is the classic stuff, and potentially, and I say potentially because we don't know what retro mode is exactly, but potentially giving us the option to enable it anyway. But I think it's right that we've moved away from it. They've still kept some bits, which they've obviously enhanced the look of them a bit, but the studs are still the same, which is fantastic, because we all love studs, don't we? And mini kits are still there. I know gold bricks aren't, and red bricks, but a bit of the old with the new, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Again, I think it's a good sign though that the things we are unhappy with, or maybe not fully on board with, are such minor things, really, and that I think goes to show just what a great state the game is actually in. Should I get Skywalker Saga on console or PC? Well, I'm biased and I'd say console, but it's honestly up to what do you prefer. The Xbox Series X version is going to the free upgrade though, like in terms of performance and 4K resolution. That's a good question. You mean like because the Xbox? Well, this is the thing. You buy the digital version is the digital version, isn't it? But it's not like PlayStation where you get in terms of physical editions where there's PlayStation 4 cases and there's PS5 cases. Xbox is all the same cases, so you buy a game now and it plays to whichever console you put it inside. So if you put it inside a not 360, sorry, you can't put it in, well you could, but it won't do anything. If you put it inside an Xbox One, it's going to perform to the Xbox One standard. If you put it inside the Xbox Series X, it's going to perform to the Xbox Series X standard. That's how all the games are now. So I'm supposed to be able to force this, right? I'm trying to think what he does. It's not for bounty hunters. You have a Series S, they're pretty easy to get. The X's aren't. I've got the X. Like I said, had to overpay, which I was not happy about in the slightest, but things we all do for what we love. That sounds really sad, doesn't it? Will Obi-Wan vs Vader be playable? I hope. I really hope. We don't know. We've not seen anything of it. So, again, I'm glad because I don't want to see everything. We've gone from hardly seeing anything to seeing too much. Not too much, but I would rather, if they're going to keep doing like the clips on social media, for example, give us like clips of things we've already seen from other angles, because I don't want to I don't want a lot more spoiled now. I was saying it for weeks and months really. I just wanted a release date, and what I thought comes with a release date is a mini trailer. But I really do not want much more in terms of ruining surprises. I mean, here's what I'd like to see in terms of like the mini clips we get. Maybe like, you know, we've seen Plo Koon in the trailer. We've not had great shots of Plo Koon. Give me a few shots of Plo Koon. Like some close-up shots of the character model and stuff. That's what I'd like. We're gonna get that. And that. I thought I had way more than 4 mini kits here. Apparently not though. Maths, welcome to the stream. Do you think Justin Morel? Who's Justin Morel? It's surprising because I've been going through the characters recently, and there's so many, mainly sequel like background characters that I just don't know who. Like I search them up and I see the picture and I know who they are then, but there's so many I just don't know who they are. What planet am I most excited to explore? I mean, Coruscant, but now we know for certain that Exegol is explorable. It's kind of turned into Exegol. Exegol is such a cool planet. Does anyone disagree with that? I think it's amazing. It is not many studs on this level to get True Jedi. Like, look at it. 3,000. I pre-ordered the deluxe physical edition back in spring 2021. I've had some people, Naman, saying they pre-ordered back in like 2020 when the pre-orders went up. It's crazy how long it's been taken. There's even people who've like pre-ordered the placeholder pre-orders back in 2019. Those guys I feel for especially. But your wait after nearly 3 years is almost up. Wonder if Cody will be in this mission, because one thing I noticed in the trailer actually is the Anakin versus Obi-Wan scene on Mustafar. You can see R2 right next to them on like a platform like a few centimeters away, so maybe Cody will be in here. There's our very accurate looking Commander Cody. Are you getting PS5 because Knights of the Old Republic remake? I don't. Will it come to it? I think it's a limited time exclusive, isn't it? I don't know if I'm going to be doing content on the Old Republic. The Wookiees. Good relations with the Wookiees. Does somebody know, will we get Clone Wars and Rebels DLC? We just don't know, Marco. As soon as we have an answer, I will let you know. But we may not get an answer and you just have to find out for yourself when the game launches. I have a feeling it might go that way as well. Is 3PO on Mustafar as well? I didn't notice him. And I was breaking down those shots. Not because I'm doing a trailer breakdown, because I'm not. Nothing wrong with trailer breakdowns, but like I said, I prefer to do them live so we can all go over it together. Like, it's really easy to miss things. Take the short I did today, actually. People are telling me that the clone with the orange arms is probably a quest to get his right arms. And it's not confirmed, so we don't know for sure. But I'm already thinking, yeah, that's plausible, actually. So when you do a trailer breakdown, it's a million times worse because people aren't just pointing out one thing you've missed or potentially gotten wrong. They're pointing out everything. So I prefer to do them live. Plus, there's always things, and it goes back to my original point, but there's always things you will miss. So, that's how it is, I suppose. This is a tragic level to get True Jedi on in story mode. In terms of this level itself, I actually really like it. I didn't as a kid, because it's very long, but as an adult now, it's a great mission. I just love how long it is. When you get this right after the Grievous mission, it really feels like they've gone all out, which I love. And there's Commander Cody back from the dead over there, but we'll visit him in a minute. Coleman Trebor had the best 5 seconds in Star Wars. Coleman Trebor, the dinosaur Jedi, you gotta love him. Hopefully, I think he'll be in the game. Hopefully, they better. He's got a Lego minifigure. Say what, Michael? What are you asking? Was it you who's asking me to say things last stream? I don't know. I can't see any of your other comments. You missed the old Yoda model. The one I don't know about the old Yoda model. This is unpopular. I think. I think it is. I'm not sure, but I miss the old Darth Vader model. I don't like his... I don't know, in fact, I don't not like his new helmet. It's good. Because I like how the neck piece connects to the top piece so you can take it off like how it is in the movie. I like that. But I do prefer his OG model. And that's not because I'm used to it for all those years, because I prefer 98% probably of all the Lego models these days over the older ones. But there's just something about the Vader helmet. It feels a bit... The shape seems off to me. Again, I like the fact that it splits into two and you have the part around his neck, which is very accurate. But but I feel the helmet itself looks... the shape is a bit odd. So I prefer the old one, but I do not hate the new one by any means. Hate is a strong word. Is there any... like, I don't like Commander Cody in this game or in the Clone Wars game because they got him completely wrong twice. So it's nice to see we're finally getting Cody right. Will Vader's castle be in Mustafar? I hope so, but again, I don't think so because it's not... in the movie, I think what we'll see is the separatist outpost on Mustafar, which we obviously know now. That's 100% in the trailer, and obviously a bit of the outside Mustafar parts where Anakin and Obi-Wan have their duel. So bring back Yoda's council chair animation from the video game. One of my favourites. I always talk about that and Dexter's Diner were the things I really miss from the video game that they didn't add into the complete saga. Things I really feel should have carried over, but Dexter's Diner, it's got to be in the new game. I mean, Dexter's in the game. We know that thanks to the new trailer. But we don't know about the hover chair, and I don't actually... I think that may get just forgotten or left out on purpose because I don't care about it. What are you asking me to say, Michael? He always wants me to say something. I know who you are, okay. Please say it. What do you want me to say? I'm trying to find it. I'm actually curious what you want me to say. I don't think you've commented. Tyler, have you seen? What does he actually want me to say? No idea. Do you think retro mode might be button mashing from the complete saga? No, I think it'll be. My prediction is the hearts will the hearts, the character icons, all that good stuff will come back. Basically, the UI. Because I think there'll still be button mashing in this game. Obviously, they're trying to get around it, but the fact is, most people will still just button mash. I button mash in the Force Awakens, and I know it asks you to do that at some points, like when you're fighting Kylo, but all the new combat and stuff in that game, and I still button mash, because I think we're just so used to that with LEGO games. Right, freed one of the Wookiees we have. Remember to keep liking and subscribing, guys. If you're new, I would very much appreciate it. Please do a honk droid play. I don't know what that is. I would apologise. Don't go for them yet. I mean, there's a Wookiee up here, isn't there? What about the OG Death Sound? I think some of them will make it, you know, just because Yoda's not in this classic character pack, I still think his death noise is going to be in the game. I wish we'd got classic Yoda. People telling me, actually, that the classic characters are actually based off the 40th anniversary figures that you would get with LEGO sets a few years ago. What year was it, the 40th anniversary now? Was it 2018, I think? Might be 2019. But we could have known all this time. But I just thought they'd mix it up and add like Darth Maul and Yoda. I thought Darth Maul and Yoda, like the two, and like maybe Boba Fett, I just thought they'd do because they're iconic characters. Like I always knew they were, especially when we got Lando confirmed, I knew it was going to be mainly original trilogy characters. I just thought we maybe get like Yoda, Darth Maul and stuff, but it's really not an issue again. I'm fine with the classic character pack. I mean, they're the yellow models anyway, so, or the yellow skin tones, so they're nothing to do with the complete saga game. So I think it's cool, actually, and in a way maybe it's better because when you're playing as the character, you're looking at them from behind, so you're not going to see their faces anyway, and while you'll notice things like the printing on the back and stuff, there's no back of the leg printing anyway. Will it matter? It'll be nice to kind of have maybe the yellow heads. I'm down for it, personally. I think it could be quite cool. I missed something over here, yep, I know I did. Love how they just stand there and shoot the Wookiees, but the Wookiees are now invincible. Will there be an iOS version? I think down the line, yes, and it'll be I think I know the Complete Saga is like pretty much the same edition on iOS. I think this game might be lowered down a bit, levels might be changed a bit, but I do think in time, I don't think it'll launch on April 5th, but I do think in time there will be an iOS version. What do you think Prototype Boba Fett will be in there? It's in the Force Awakens character pack, it's possible. I mean, this Mr. Bones, I don't know, is he from the Aftermath books? He's Wexley, so not Snap Wexley, I'm guessing Snap Wexley's dad. His B1 battle droid, modified B1 battle droid. I think he's from Aftermath. He might be Legends, but even if it doesn't matter either way, because the fact is he's not in the Skywalker Saga, and I think him being in the game opens up so many possibilities. So I think Prototype Boba Fett would be a pretty cool one, and a pretty possible one actually, in terms of if we're going off characters that aren't in the movies, but I think have a chance of making it into the game. Look how hard True Jedi is here. Like, we've pretty much collected every stud. Like, we've not died much. And, because this is the part now. I'm going to have to brace myself, because this is the part now where, unless you've got invincibility or some stud multipliers where you've already got True Jedi, you are screwed. I'm going in with 23,000 studs. I'm coming out with about 2,000 if I'm lucky, that is. What do you think of the new numbers that pop up for the damage in the right combo bar? Not going to lie, prefer it all off. Maybe there's an option to turn it all off. The problem with retro mode as well in that regard is that it's going to cost studs and you may not be able to afford it for a long time. So by the time you get it, you may have already like played through the game. But again, the UI, I know people don't like things, but I think, you know, I would be mad and a lot of other people I feel would be mad if after all this time we just had the same UI. I get it's different and I pray they don't overcomplicate things for a Lego game, but at the same time I think change is good. I think we need change, or it's just the same, things will never move forward. Kill the commander. If I just spam this button the whole way there, I'll be automatically blocking, because once you get so far down here I'm pretty sure they don't attack you, so I'll just keep, see, look, I'm on my own now, I hope. I say that and they all come up behind me. I know I'm missing out on a lot of studs, but I'm actually saving studs in a way, because I'd lose so many if I got involved with all those guys. Need invincibility for this. Thing is, I love this. Oh god, they're over here. They're over here. They're back. I do love this part because it's a bit of a challenge for a Lego game, and it's not all the same as the other stuff. It's not just a quick level. So I hated this part when I was a kid, but I love it now. And I hope, look, I hope in the Skywalker Saga we get easy levels as well, because I think that's what Lego games are about. But I hope we get some like this, which are not exactly hardest game of the year or hardest level of the year, but they're difficult for a Lego game and they require a bit more concentration. I hope we get stuff like this. So, Kashyyyk, for me, if I was doing a tier list, which I've considered doing actually, this would have been like F tier for me when I was a kid. This is like an, I don't know, if I'd say B tier level now. Maybe A tier, because if you're doing an S tier, if there's an S tier, I'd probably put this at B. Sorry, if there's an S tier, I'd put this at A, because I really like the challenge this level brings. George Lucas has not been confirmed yet, Josh. Endless waves, Tyler. That's the thing in Lego games. You got those levels where it's, you know, when the wave's done and you can chill and you can just get all your studs, and then you got the levels where the waves never end, do they? I knew that was going to explode, and I swear I didn't walk into it too much, but it still blew up. But apart from that one clone, they do seem to have left me alone now, which is good. Yoda, don't walk too far away, because look what you've done! You've brought them to us! Well done, Master Yoda. Wise you're supposed to be. So Mr. Bones is canon, so he's from Aftermath then, which I know is canon. I just wasn't sure, because I had people in the comments saying he was Legends, and other people saying he was canon. And yes, I could have just looked it up, but I've been trying to get a lot of content done, so I've not exactly had the time to be just looking up anything. Right, should I chance those few studs? I'm missing so many studs, but we're coming out with more than we would have got otherwise. Get that power up. Right, just try and kill us. Oh, we need to get the commanders, don't we? Get the commanders while the power-up's active. Right, just take all the hits, Yoda. We're going to get to the chat in a second, guys, so get your questions in. Come on, get to the other one. Get to the other one. Come on, get up, get up. Okay. Commanders are down. Wonderful. Chewie, you can take care of them for a bit while I get some studs. Still confused what he once said. Why is he asked? Michael, my friend, I'm already giving you too much attention, but it's not that deep. So, what is it you would like me to say? If you do not tell me, and you just continue to ask me to say it, is that what you want me to say? It. There, it. But if that is not what you want me to say, and you want me to say something else, I'm quite nice. I could just ignore you, like I'm sure a lot of other people understandably would at this point. But I'm giving you a chance. Ask me, or tell me what you want me to say. And if you continue, you're probably just going to get banned, and nobody wants that. Have you ever considered telling that to Kanja Club? A few times. Always get scared of saying I've never made a deal with them, and then they just turn up. Biggest plot twist of the century, they turn up at the other doorway. Too late. Oh, I'm never going to get to find out what he wanted to say. Can you only get Ben Kenobi with the digital copy? Yes, only Ben, and if it's the deluxe edition, you get the character packs. You get you get all 7 and day 1 access to the Trooper character pack, which implies that the others will not be out on day 1, which I'm completely fine with. I hope they get added over time, as it is kind of like live service, isn't it? You could debate. Why am I supposed to, where's the studs? Well, there better be studs here, or I've just wasted 10 seconds. Okay. Those 10 seconds I will never get back in my life, ever again. And I'm not one for wasting time, so that's not good. Did I miss anything else back here? Nope. What's the worst LEGO game in my opinion? Well, I only play LEGO Star Wars, and the worst one... I love them all, but the worst one is probably, and by worst, I am still giving it an 8 out of 10, is the original trilogy. Not because the video game is classic and it's got Dexter's Diner and Yoda's hover chair. The Clone Wars is my favourite personal LEGO Star Wars game. Base building battles, I love the Clone Wars, Ahsoka Rex, Savage, you know, all that stuff. The complete saga is just iconic and is the ultimate combination of the video game and the original trilogy, with the exception of, you know, like Dexter's Diner and the hover chair. But I prefer the prequels, which is why I put the video game over it. Plus, I just prefer Dexter's Diner and the hover chair. And I like the bonus little question mark door that you get for episode 4, even though the episode 4 mission in the original trilogy is much better. Just the nostalgia for that one. Force Awakens game is unique. It's the first time we've seen those levels in a LEGO game. The mechanics are incredible. The voice acting I'm not over keen on, but as is the way with LEGO games these days in terms of voice acting. And I really like the Force Awakens game on second time. So the original trilogy is my least favourite, but it's a solid 8 out of 10. I don't hate it. It's just the one I would, if you put them all out in front of me, I would play that one last. Your birthday is March 27th. Well, a few days later, like a week or so later, you got the Skywalker Saga to play. Yoda's hover chair is not bad. Yoda's hover chair is amazing, and I need to get on this because it's going to pick up all the studs. Have a little boat trip for a few minutes while I read some comments. Guess what, says Ethan? What? Tell me. Not including Lego games, what is my favourite game? I don't know. I don't play that much of a variety these days. You know, I spend most of my time playing FIFA, if I'm honest, and then I don't really spice it up as much. I used to play like Call of Duty a lot. Believe it or not, I used to play GTA, but yeah, I like a bit of Minecraft from time to time, but I preferred it when I was a kid. Well, that probably, but I mean, Battlefront 2 was fun, I suppose, but I never feel like it reached its full potential, and that really stands out for me. And although I don't upload content on it, and I appear to have moved on from it quite fast, it did annoy me how it never reached its full potential, but I knew it wouldn't long before it was cancelled. Eventually, well, I've played a bit of the Lego Harry Potter games. Problem is I don't like Harry Potter, so I didn't really want to finish it. And then, can't reach that. And then I want to play Lego Marvel because I've only recently really got into Marvel, and it's still not my favourite, so I do want to play those. But the reasoning for that is not because I don't like Lego. I do. I always like Lego Star Wars. In terms of sets as well, I always like Lego Star Wars. It was just because of my interest in the other IPs, not the fact that they were Lego games. I heard about the 1 HP bug cheat in Battlefront, yeah. It's PC though, and look, I'm not going to stay on Battlefront 2 because I never thought I'd say that a few years ago, but we're here for Lego Star Wars, but it's messed up on console as well, because even though there's not the 1 HP glitch, you get people who take over an entire lobby with their friends on both sides, and it's a nightmare, and it's all the amazing players left, so you're just doomed if you're an average player like myself. I pre-ordered digitally, the deluxe edition digitally. I want to get a physical copy, but I want to do some giveaways, as I was saying at the start as well. I promised. I just got to work around these YouTube guidelines, because from what I can tell, you're not supposed to. So the best way I can word it is you're not supposed to do giveaways that encourage people to subscribe. So I wouldn't be anyway, because this whole to enter the giveaway you need to subscribe and like the video. The fact is you can't see who likes your videos, and you can only see who subscribes to you if they're on public, which most people aren't. So I wouldn't be encouraging people to subscribe. Honestly, this is the part that's a bit annoying, but hey, it could happen. Someone could end up winning the giveaway who's not even subscribed, and obviously I'd rather give it to someone who is, but if I'm to do a giveaway, which would be for 2 copies of the Skywalker Saga, not confirmed yet because I got to work around these guidelines, but if I'm to do a giveaway, that'll be 2 more copies I got to buy. But I do want to get, as well as my digital edition, I want to get a steelbook for myself. But I also, this North America exclusive with the Darth Vader sleeve, I want to try and get that shipped over. I got a few people, like 3 different people, who said they can help me with that and they can ship it over to me, which is brilliant. But obviously if the giveaway goes according to plan, we're looking at, I know I've already bought 1, but we're looking at 4 copies here. So make sure you're all watching and liking the videos, because if I've ever needed people to be watching, it's probably now, considering I'm going to have to find the money for 4 editions at this rate. Giveaways are too ambitious. They are, but I want to do something nice, but I just feel like it's not going to go according to plan. So that's why I'm not committing to it yet. You want me to pay for you to get the game? Well, I'd love to pay for everybody to get. If I could, I'd pay for everyone's, but I can't do that, unfortunately. Do you think we would be able to command troops like in LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars? Maybe to a smaller extent like in The Force Awakens, where you can control like 3 resistance troopers to open a door. But The only part that said to me base building battles in that new trailer was the Naboo Field stuff, and even that didn't look like base building battles, but that was like the biggest part that would say to me there's going to be base building battles in this game. I just don't think we're going to see them, unfortunately. I'm not too mad about it, because even though they're my favourite, it does make sense. Imagine spending all that time on those, and then it puts you behind on the rest of the content when really they're not going to be every level, are they? Because it's not like it's the Clone Wars game, it's the Skywalker Saga. True Jedi, we did it! See, that's the tip. When you're on the open part where all the droids are coming from the river and stuff, just go like this, so... Chewie, get out of the way. Go like this so you're blocking the whole way through it, and then get to the end where they can't come over and shoot you unless player 2 decides to go out in the open and bring them towards you. What scene from episode 8/9 am I most excited for? I'm actually excited for a lot of it because we've never seen those levels before, but Exegol really excites me. I'm not saying the horse chase scene excites me, but the fact that I don't think it's any secret a lot of people, including myself, do not like that scene. But I think a chase scene for a Lego game is really fun. It's like I love Revenge of the Sith, but if I had to pick a weak part, it's the chase scene with Grievous. But that as a level is different. That would be amazing as a level, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, that's my 4 blues you just took off me. Force him, force him. I think a lot of people are excited for Exegol, and honestly the fact that it's free roam is even better, because I was hoping it'd be free roam and it is, so that's great for me. It was going to be hard for Coruscant to be topped in terms of which planet I'm most excited for, but Exegol, now I know it's free roam, might steal that. I don't know, I feel like Coruscant's just a slight bit more, because again, when I've spoken about planet sizes being different depending on the planet, I think Exegol will be relatively small in comparison to maybe Coruscant or a planet like that. But that doesn't mean we're not going to get anything there. Is the stud count going to be more? It depends on the level again. The stud count is always based on the level itself. It's like the Grievous level in this game is 3,000, I think, or less for True Jedi, so... if that's what you meant, that is. Can I play LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars? We've been through them all, and if you check the stream playlist, you'll find all the streams, but it depends if we can get this completed again, because this is like not the first time I've done this, but if we can get this done again, maybe we'll have time for one more Clone Wars before the Skywalker Saga comes out. Back when my goal was to play all the LEGO Star Wars games back before Skywalker Saga, I managed to play a few of them twice before the Skywalker Saga. Get in there, get in there. If you don't get the Obi-Wan, you still got 100%. Yeah, I think when it comes to stuff like that, you'll still get it. It's like in the Force Awakens game. If you don't get, so if you don't have the DLC characters, it doesn't, or do the DLC levels, it doesn't affect your percentage, because that's unfair, isn't it? Premier League top 10 predictions. No, the whole top 10 Belcar, I wouldn't be able to do just like that off the top of my head. I'd have to think. Am I finishing the stream after this level? Probably, if we've got any more questions. I feel like questions are slowing down a bit now. Do you think there will be any form of PvP in the game, local or online? I mean, local with like 2-player split screen will be in there. Different platforms are saying different things for like online play, but if there is online play, it'll be you and one other person. I cannot see it being any more, unfortunately. Come on, Chewie, run. Wait, what's up with him? Can they not get over that? I don't know, and I don't care. Come on, quick. I'm gonna die at this rate. Will character packs still have to be unlocked in the game? If you buy the character, so if you buy the deluxe edition, you'll have all the character packs, and you just get them like that. But if you buy each pack separately, which I'm sure you'll be able to do, you'll get the ones you pay for. The Trooper character pack you'll get day one if you pre-order any of the the digital edition or physical of the deluxe edition, but you'll get it a month later for everyone else. So I take that as everybody gets it a month later, but it's getting a bit confusing, honestly. Still amazes me that we have a definitive release date. Well, the cancelled comments are a bit harder to come by now because I think they know they've been proven wrong. What the hell happened to that? Yeah, there we go. Where the hell did you go, mate? Force him quick, Yoda! Get in there. Oh, get in there. Come on. Look at the clones and droids working together like the good friends they are. Hello, Jet. It's been a while. How are you? You're alive. 3,500 studs for the Grievous level. Well, we did it earlier. I knew it was low. It makes sense, though. Because of the mission. I'm sure it'll be much more in the next game, because I doubt the mission will be that small and that short. I think all missions are supposed to be around 15 minutes, I believe, if I remember that correctly. What do you think the characters are? There's online... What do you think the chances are there's online co-op? As for 2 players, possible, but then again, might just not happen, so we really just don't know. Remember to keep liking, subscribing, guys. 160 likes. This may be push, maybe get 200. If everybody likes who hasn't, maybe we can. Will there be a big battle mode that exists in the Clone Wars game? We just don't know, but I very much doubt it, judging off what we've seen in the trailers. I hope so. They'll be saving some surprises for us, you gotta remember, so we can't rule it out, but I also wouldn't get your hopes up for it. You'll probably have to chase Grievous on Boga. I hope. I think that, I think any chase scene, like I say, even the chase scene with the horses in episode 8, which a lot of people, including me, don't like, I still think it'll be a cool scene. Can we get that mini kit on top of this? Nope. Too high. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot! Oh! We were nearly there. We've been getting a lot of subs. I think, yeah, I mean, I haven't checked the actual numbers, but I'm just blindly here saying like and subscribe. I don't even know what the subscriber count is. I know we got about, I think we were on about 40.8 the other day when I did that stream. Are we on 41? Yeah. Oh, we're on, like, I mean, we can't see. I'll check. I'll tell you what we're on. Let me check. I'll give you the exact number. We are on 41,101. That's a lot more than I was expecting, actually. Wow, didn't expect that. Jesus. Well, keep subscribing, guys. Keep subscribing. 101, I said. Right, we don't want to go down. Dumb scene the movie, but we'll give more content. Exactly. I need to quit this level. Belcar. I asked this like 5 times in the last few seconds, but we just don't know for certain yet. What system will I be playing on? Xbox Go into exile, I must. Failed, I have. Alright. The next mission's a bit depressing, and also, like, they don't even get the what is it? The Coruscant's like on mountains for some reason. Right. We're saving the studs, which is good. Any final questions, guys? Why did I start a cantina fight? Because they're all just going to attack me now. Get out of there, Obi. Right, and then go back in. What system? I read that one. GTS, welcome. If you unsub from this channel, you won't be subbed to either of my channels. It's tragic. Tragic. My Man United fan I am, and so far it's been a good weekend for Spellcar because we've remained fourth with some good results. Yes, well, us winning yesterday was a good result, and then today, I think, did Chelsea win? So we're in fourth, but a few games in hand, right? Dinah, how you doing? How many levels total? Well, there's 40. Wait. 9 times 4, yeah, 45 levels, 5 levels per episode confirmed, but there will be bonus levels. We don't know the count of the bonus levels, if there will be an equal amount of bonus levels for each trilogy or episode, but we know there's 5 official levels for each episode. What level am I most excited for? Yoda versus Palpatine, but if there's Yoda versus, Windu versus Palpatine, then that's the one. What do the codes do? The codes get you Holiday Darth Vader, Holiday Gonk Droid, the Razor Crest, the Resistance ITS Transport, and Darth Sidious, which is actually quite a big one. That's like the biggest one of them all, I'd say. No, Liverpool, come on. What videos are you planning for February? Well, we'll continue with the news. I want to get this character video done, but believe me when I say it's going to take a while, because there's so many. And then there's the fact of I got to decide what counts as a character. So if you've watched the short, which I think a lot of people have, and people take it very too seriously, but go and watch it anyway. But I got to get rid of clone pilots because I had them in my last character video because I saw gunships and I just presumed, and I saw a clone in there and I thought, oh, it's a clone pilot. Well, it's not. So I've got to take them out. Then like the helmetless troopers, like the stormtroopers or the Sith troopers, their helmets only come off because they get shot. So I'm not going to include them as different characters. So I'm really looking at the whole situation here and thinking, what? It's like Darth Maul as well. So in the latest trailer, we can see like how many variants there are for different characters. Now I always had 3 for Darth Maul, which is Darth Maul with his hood, Darth Maul with just his cape with no hood, and then Darth Maul without his cape on and no hood. But there's only 2 variants for Darth Maul in the character screen, so one of those has to go. And I obviously don't know, well, I know to a degree which one will go. I'm pretty sure it'll be the normal Darth Maul with just the cape, because we see him playing without the cape, but I also think there'll be a hooded option. So I got to decide which one has to go. There's a lot more complicated things. There's uncovering the characters who have got locks on them in the collection screen in the new trailer. I think I got most of them, to be fair. There was a post on Reddit which helped, but there was still a few, which I think I know one, but he doesn't fit alphabetically. So trust me when I say, I mean, I may be wrong here, but the 4 trailers we've had before I don't even think add up to the length of the latest one, or maybe they just pass it. So there's a lot of stuff to go through in the latest trailer. Do you think the physical version will come with a minifig? Yeah, it does. It comes with Luke Skywalker with blue milk. When you unlock a ship, so you enter the code on the game. It's a code in game because they're universal, the same code, so you don't have to do it on the Xbox system or PlayStation system. And then it'll just automatically be unlocked, and you'll go to the character or the vehicle selection screen, and it'll be there. What about Gonk, Tyler? I don't think that's the... I'm trying to remember what the code is. They're in a video, but I might have to start including them in... I might just start putting them in every video, so when people... Because someone asked me in the comments where are the codes, and I had to go back to a video from like a year ago. I've put them in others, but I couldn't remember. So I might just start putting them in every video, so when someone asks what are the codes, I'll just link any video and they'll be in there. Youngling, we are going to end soon. I'm just doing... I'll go for as long as I feel I'm answering questions worthwhile answering that aren't pointless or, you know, questions that are getting dead. Remember to keep on liking, guys. Keep on subscribing to the channel. Would appreciate it. So the cheat codes in the Skywalker Saga, as Jet says, will work exactly the same from previous games because that we know how long the codes are. They're codes to be entered in game. Yeah, anyone can use the code more than once. They're universal. What do I think about in-game purchases? As long as it's characters and it's not pay to win, which we know it's characters and not pay to win, then I'm fine with it. Companies have got to compete and make their money. And it isn't always about greed either, because although at the top, the person at the top of the business wants to make the most money, it's also about having that extra money to fund a game like this in the first place. Mumble Mode's going to be great. Youngling, we've pretty much just, I would say, honestly, if you've got time, rewatch it all, but then again, we've just been answering like so many different questions because there's so many different talking points. I can't narrow it down and say one thing. What Lego game do you want to come after Skywalker Saga? I don't mind. You know, if it's Marvel, I'll probably play it, but I might not play it otherwise, so I don't really mind. Should I buy? I want to save my studs for the so I can just get a multiplier straight away. Should they do a level DLC? I mean, I'd want them to, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. Remember, guys, if you want as well, make sure you subscribe to my clips channel in the description. We've got a few clips planned there. Funny clips. The Yoda clip where I paused and he was like balancing on his head, that's going to be on there in a few days. Do you think they'll have different cutscenes? I think to a degree the cutscenes have to be different. So yeah, Ewan, welcome. Auto welcome. What? I read that one. Which episode am I going to play? First I'm going 1 to 9. 1 to 9 for me. Yeah, it might be awkward to have the same cutscenes because a character may be talking when they might not be, and I don't want to say like can be like petty and say the lip movements, because the lip movements aren't that big of a deal with Lego characters, but you can't have a character moving their mouth when they're not talking, or vice versa. When they're talking it's not moving, so there'll be different cutscenes. Will I do gameplay videos? We'll do so many. I've actually had people put in the comments, not just like 1 or 2, I've had like probably like 10 different people. One guy said, now the game's got a release date, what are you going to cover? Well, we'll cover the game. Like, we're going to cover Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. I'm not going anywhere until it's completed. And I'm satisfied I've made every video on it. As for what comes after that, I know what comes after that, but I won't say yet. It might be something happy, it might be something sad. I won't say. So the 2 Mando packs are confirmed to be Season 1 and Season 2. I'm gonna keep, as the stream slowly dies, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm going to keep on going until it's like pretty dead and just try and do as many questions. Harrison Keeley, Mando, I'm guessing Mando does have 2 DLCs, yeah, it does. 2 months is not so long, exactly. So look, between now and those 2 months I will continue, we're going to do these weekly as long as I'm here. Some weeks I might not be here, but I think most I will be. We're going to, any news, we'll be doing news updates. then my plan once the game is here is there'll be videos that I don't even know I'm going to make that you will make, because there'll just be surprises in the game where I'll think that's going to be a video. The whole playthrough will be streamed. I'm not doing playthrough videos, it's not my thing. There'll probably be Easter eggs, maybe I'll do some guides, it depends how easy things are to find. There'll continue to be news until every character pack is distributed, and until the game is 100%ed on my part and I'm happy with every video I've made, the content will not stop on this game. Face cam, I don't know. So I've never done it before, and I just don't see the point in adding it now. I don't have a face yet. No, I do. You can see some of the old videos. I keep them up because they're ridiculously funny, not because I'm funny, because we're laughing at me, not with me in them. You think I'm going to be done? I mean, look. There's not going to be a Battlefront 3. And even if there was a Battlefront 3, I don't know how even though I'd say in a heartbeat I'm going to cover that, that's another 3 years if there was, and there's not going to be, but I'm saying if there was, that's another 3 years which I have to dedicate, and it's hard to move on with my life when I've got a game of that magnitude, or any Star Wars game. If I want to deliver the content properly, it's hard to continue. I don't have a face cam. I sold it. I'm guessing 100% completion will give you George Lucas. I hope it does. That would be perfect. Give him every ability in the game. It's not going to matter once you've 100%ing it. How's the short doing? I'm curious because I don't usually check like the ratio, but a lot of people weren't happy with the short today. Which is fine. You've got to have one that's going to be a bit controversial. I mean, a lot of people are, but a lot of people think I'm being a bit nitpicky, which is fine. It's just funny because with how popular this game is right now, it's just going to keep on getting views for maybe like the next 24 hours, maybe a bit less. And I'm just going to get so many people getting angry at me, and you don't have to take it seriously, but I just said nitpicky, and then I read a comment where someone was calling me nitpicky. Jesus, come on. I was saying I was going to keep going until the stream dies out. It's not dying out. Well, it is, but slowly, and then it keeps going back up. FA Cup prediction, Belka. I'd love to have a full-on conversation with you about football, but I've always said it back in the Battlefront days. I got to stick to the topic. So my prediction would be 2-0 to United, but we've got to keep it Skywalker Saga. Do you think characters will be able to properly fly in the game? I think there'll be a limit of some degree. I am being nitpicky. I've been called worse than nitpicky. Nitpicky night. 2 L's, Josh. You're gonna call me nitpicky. I know you're joking, but at least get the name right. Cannot upset the kiddos. No, it's fine. I think it's interesting. Because it's based on opinion. For example, the clone pilot really gets to me because I love clones. But people tell me the flame trooper's inaccurate, the falcon's inaccurate. Well, I'm not going to notice that because I don't care really about the first order flame trooper, and I'm not the biggest fan of the falcon, believe it or not. So I'd think they're being nitpicky if they thought that. So it's all opinions, but it is not gonna matter if there's no clone pilots. It's not going to matter if there's glitched out skins, which I am leading towards that skin is a mission now, like a little mission where you have to find his right arms. I'm surprised I didn't think of that, to be honest, but yeah. I'm kind of bummed Commander Bly Bakara and Neo didn't make it into the game, but Mr. Bones, the B1 battle droid that never appeared in the movies, made it. Yeah, I mean, out of the ones you mentioned, I could get Bakara and Neo, because especially Neo, because he's like on a speeder and it's very quick. Bakara maybe because they'd have to make a new model. Surprised they didn't just use the Snowtrooper model. I know it wouldn't be the same, but I'm saying I'm surprised they wouldn't do that. And Commander Bly is a big surprise to me, because I feel he's in it enough for them to add him. Why am I not moving? Because I was supposed to be ending this and I'm still going. Because I said I would still go until it dies out, and it's not dying out, so I'm just going to have to go. But I keep getting questions. I mean, if you notice, when I stand still, because we have been doing gameplay for 2 hours, I can actually answer questions when we stand still. Kenobi looks different on Kamino because his robes are printed, which I don't mind, to be fair. Maybe it's to represent they're wet, people were saying, because it's raining. Diex, I'm hyped, definitely. I'm very hyped. Right, guys, we're actually going to end it there this time, or this could go on forever because it's not going to die out. So our poll, the winner was the deluxe digital edition, which is a very wise choice. It's the one I'd pick. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you've liked, subscribed. Subscribe to the Clips channel as well in the comments. Make sure you go and watch today's short, which is linked at the top of the chat. And thank you for watching. More coming in.